God, that fucking chat thing. Well, oh yeah. It doesn't even fucking alert to my streams anymore. I forgot about that. Oh, good evening, everyone. If anyone's even there right now. It's been a roller coaster last couple of weeks. Well, as y'all can see, I'm still on this side of the dirt. So, God, I don't even know why I hit the stream button. Maybe I hit the stream button because I just need to talk. I don't know. If anybody wants to listen. Yeah, so, hold on, I'm also doing Discordy things as well. There. Forgot to add in a thingy for Discord. So, you ever feel like you're stuck in an endless loop? An endless loop that, it's a loop or a cycle that, you notice is there. And you want to try and prevent it. But in so doing, you're basically repeating the same thing. So you get stuck. But at the same time, you tried different things, and it doesn't seem to work either. For those who remember last time, I really like this one girl, and through third party, I found out that she thinks I'm too old for her. And actually, a few days after learning that, I found out a couple other things. One was apparently she absolutely hates pickup lines, which I don't remember doing many of them at all, but I guess if she doesn't like them at all, there's, nothing, right? Um, mm. Sorry about that, folks. You probably saw my mouth moving, but no noise. My dad stepped into the garage for once. Um, so where was I? Oh yeah. Um, um, I like I said, I don't remember doing many, if any, pickup lines, but I guess if any at all is bad enough, then, one is too many. Um, Another thing, which actually people might notice now, my necklace. You will notice it's no longer there. And the reason for that is, well, that had my late girlfriend on it. And this this other girl I like, or this girl I like, she shouldn't say other girl, well, other than my late girlfriend, but you get it, anyways. She thought that by me having the necklace on, and actually a picture of my late girlfriend and I in my world, that hey llamas, um, welcome to the sad, depressed birb hour, I guess. Just to recap for you, a couple weeks ago, I found out a girl I like, um, found out through third party that she thinks I'm too old. And a few days later, I found out that found out that um, uh, that there was at least one other thing. Um, One small thing was apparently something about like pickup lines or whatever. Honestly, I think it's in reference to dad jokes because I, well, I used to tell a whole hell of a lot just to kind of, not be awkward, try and kind of keep a conversation or whatever. But as I was saying, I used to have a necklace on, and that had the picture of my late girlfriend, and in my world, I had a picture of my late girlfriend and I. And it was basically a tribute to her. Like, it's almost been 3 years since she passed away now. And this girl thought that my necklace meant I was having a hard time letting go. And the sad thing is, I was waiting for the right moment to switch the picture for the right person. And honestly, if she had just asked, I would have removed it. I wouldn't have had a problem with it. You know, I could see, how it could seem that way. In hindsight, it doesn't matter now anyways. Honestly, I don't even know if she'll ever talk to me again. Last time I heard from her was, I think, a couple days after the live stream that I mentioned about it. And she came in and said that she heard that I had a breakdown on stream and that it was because of her. And she apologized. Then she asked how my car was doing, the station wagon I've been working on, which is finally running. I drive it daily so far now, but she then asked if I wanted to hang with her in VR that night because she'd been really, really bored with nothing to do. And I said sure. And we were in the VC for a couple hours and it got really quiet and she ended up muting herself and then she left. And never got an invite from her in VR. Haven't gotten a message. No VCs. Nothing. It's been silent and it really fucking hurts. Really fucking hurts. And then recently in the last few days I had actually um met someone from Canada that was only 2 provinces over from me and um hung with them a couple times and then They actually had a guy just up and ghost them. They unfriended them, blocked them on everything, and yeah. And, I tried to console them because they were bawling their eyes out, and that night we ended up watching stupid Markiplier videos and just cuddling in a YouTube world, which honestly it felt nice to, you know, cuddle with someone for once. And it kind of helped me forget my pain a little bit, but they mentioned that they were afraid of, you know, being used and abandoned because that's what's happened to them. And then the next night they were thinking about their ex, and they had a dark thoughts moment, like not like the really 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 bad kind of call 911 dark moment, but um they're on medication for depression and that, I believe. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but their meds had run out, and they had said that they felt absolutely nothing at that point. And then after that, following night, um, they didn't want to hang with me. I was checking in on them to make sure they were okay, and I will admit, I did kind of feel something for them. I mean, it's way too early. Hey, IT gamer. Um, I know it's way too early. I fully admit I get attached really quick to people, and probably could have been the fact that they were Canadian as well. But last night they ended up actually with someone else, and as of today, they unfriended me off of Discord, and I have a feeling they're going to do the same on here. And I I just I feel so stupid and foolish. Like, hey Rick, um, I just felt like I I I guess I just opened up way too quick, and yeah, probably scared them off. So yeah, I just basically sit here talking to a virtual camera to you poor people that want to sit and listen to this sad old sorry excuse for a birb. I'm faulty. I'm faulty as fuck. I'm too fucking old. And when someone showed an ounce of actually caring about me for me, I was stupid. And let my fucking guard down. And because of my own fucking stupidity, I hurt myself. And the shitty bit is, I had to have a brave face on today at work because I was training today, and the even shittier part is I thought I was done training. No, I have the trainee with me tomorrow too, so I have to fucking put on another brave fucking face. I just want to fucking... I want to curl up in a hole. I really just want to curl up in a fucking hole. Because it just seems like anytime I even attempt to try, I always fuck it up somehow. And IT gamer, thank you. Hugs to the birb. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, every stream so far you've seen of mine has been depressive and shitty. Like I said at the fucking start of this, I don't know why I hit the fucking start stream button. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I wanted to talk. Instead of holding it in here. You know? Even though here is still fucking painful. Better to release than to let it build up. Yeah, yes and no. Like, I just don't know what to do with myself. I just feel shattered and abandoned. But it's probably my own fault. My own damn fault because I get attached too quickly. The one person I took my fucking time with that I, So many people thought we had great chemistry together and everything. Turned out I'm too fucking old, and they thought I couldn't let go of the past. And like I said, I haven't even heard from her in over 2 weeks at this point. Last was a VC asking if I wanted to hang with her in VR, and I said yeah, and that night I never got an invite. She's never joined my instances, never messaged, not even joining a VC. So she's obviously found something better to do or someone better to hang with. And I truly was nothing. I truly am nothing. I don't know what else to say, or much to say. Like, I wish I was given chances, but for all I know, I was not knowing, and I just fucked them all up, one after another. I wish somebody wanted me for me. And not just for a moment. At this point, I'm probably asking too much, anyways. Because I'm past my expiry date, right? I know that maybe eventually people from chat are still here. I don't think so. I know. I know, guys. The problem when you're hurt, emotionally, mentally, you hear what people say. You see what people say. And you know they're trying. But the hurt demons are so fucking powerful that they still just scream that you're worthless, that you're a nobody. And then, you know, you reach out to talk to people and you feel like a burden for trying to talk to people. Or, heaven forbid, at that very moment, you know, other people are busy. You know, people have lives. And you start thinking you're not worth it for them either. I mean, fuck. I know, Rick, you've come in and checked on me a few times already. Um, I know, my buddy Chief Redneck, he's popped in. Last night, Alizu bumped in. And, for him, I feel so bad because he's felt the same way. Um, or at least similar. He's had, issues before, and I remember seeing just how down he was and everything. And last night he seemed actually quite chipper, which was nice to see. And I will continue to do so. Yes, spelling mistakes and all there, Rick. But, yeah. One of my big problems is my brain doesn't stop. It just replays over and over and over again. And it doesn't matter if I'm at work, if I'm driving, hell, even right now. It still, it runs through my head how situations were good and then they just fell through the cracks. And then I'm left here alone. That's for the birb. Thank you, IT. Once again, I'm so sorry for the depressive stream. Hey, Burby. Hey, Axe. I guess when I hit the stream button, I decided it was time for a therapy session. I don't know. Um, do I wish I could go back and somehow, fix things if I could? Yeah. Yeah, I do. If teleportation was possible, I would drag you to one of the fur cons happening this weekend. I'll say this. Other than Furality, I've never actually been to a fur con or an anime con or anything like that. The only con I've ever been to was, for anybody that knows Linus Tech Tips, they had what was called the LTX, Linus Tech Expo. And LTX, yes, I, believe it or not, have been to every single one. You went to one? I went to every single one. Like, yep. Um, there was, I think, the second year that they had it at the Olympic Oval skating rink. If you remember Barnacles, one of the other streamers that showed up there, um, I actually got to meet him. Yeah, I got to meet him. I got to say hi, and yeah, um, I think I ended up in some of his videos. or some of the video from that LTX. Emotions suck sometimes, but they remind us we're alive. Just wish the learning curve for the harder lessons didn't leave you wrecked. What, some vlogs? First off, Axe, yeah, you are right. And uh I don't think I was fully in one of them, but like a couple of them you could see me like in the background. Um but I remember the last LTX they had, um uh they had two LTXs. The last two LTXs were at the Vancouver Convention Center. And it's funny, the first one I went to, um I actually um I had already actually talked to a couple of different people from LTT. Um, I've talked to Colton a few times. Jake, when he was there, I've talked to him a few times. Actually, it's because of Jake, I guess, all this kind of started. Um, do you remember a video called the Vector Desk Mini? Okay, catch you. I get home and load it up. Okay, I remember that. Okay. Um, Jake was doing live streaming, and I liked that desk, and I could never find like the actual retail one. They never actually put it into full production, and they were doing a cleaning vlog at LMG, and I happened to see it up in a loft, just sitting there gathering dust. And I asked Jake, I said, "Well, what are you guys doing with that? Like just sitting there?" And I asked him on his live stream in the chat, and he's like, "Nothing. Why? Do you want it?" I'm like, "Well, maybe, sure." And he actually he messaged Linus and asked Linus what he wanted for the desk, and I bought it off him for $100. And Jake added me on Discord, and you got a massive deal on it. It's funny because um crazy good deal. You know it's the real desk if I ever showed you the back, because of where they had to cut for the water cooling they put in it. That piece is still gone. I never fixed it. But yeah, Jake asked me like, "Okay, well, when can you come and pick it up? It's at our warehouse." Well, I Googled it, and I live 5 minutes from their fucking filming studio. So I'm like, I can be there in 5 minutes. He's like, seriously? I'm like, seriously. He's like, okay. So away I went with $100, and I show up there, hand him the 100. He helps me load the desk in, and then once I'm done, he asks, he's like, "Well, since you're here, do you want a tour of the place?" I'm like, "Sure." So I got to walk through the LMG warehouse, and I just thought that was super cool. Um, hell yeah, yeah. And then later on, has to have been cool. It was fucking no fire pull. I don't think it was there at the time. No, I don't think they ever had it. No, they weren't allowed to. But, it was just surreal walking through the WAN show set. I'm just like, "This is fucking wild." Yeah, never had it, yeah. And then, um, later on, um I had picked up an Xbox One S, off a guy. He said it was freezing, and I looked up symptoms, and it turned out to be a hard drive issue. So I looked on Craigslist to buy a hard drive. The bird went gigging. Yes, yes. But anyways, this Xbox One is going to tie into this. So I went on to Craigslist and found a guy with a hard drive for sale. Guess who the guy was? Colton from fucking LMG. So, yes. So I went out to Chilliwack to meet him, and he's like, this is hilarious that it's you, because I had talked to him before, um, at the at a couple of the LTXs already, and super nice guy, and so I got the hard drive, got the Xbox One working, and then every so often I would actually drive past the LMG warehouse on a weekend, just to, see if anybody was there, and maybe, say hi to someone or whatever. And Nick, the bald guy with glasses, happened to be there washing his BMW. He was another one I met at LTX. Um and this was the one prior to the first one they did at the Vancouver Convention Center. And it was funny, I got to talking with them, and he asked me, he's like, "Are you gonna go to LTX this year?" And I told him, I said, "To be perfectly honest, I don't know if I'll have the money for this year. I'm really not sure." The goddamn bastard set me up with fucking tickets. I took me, um, my late girlfriend's oldest son, and our two youngest kids. I was able to take all four of us for the full weekend, because it was a Saturday Sunday thing, and the guy gave me weekend passes. He's like, "I can't give you a whole bunch." I'm like, "Honestly, like, if you're okay with it, four, because then, I take my oldest, my girlfriend's oldest son and our two youngest, so I can keep an eye on them." He's like, "That's perfectly fine." And I saw them at LTX. It was so cool. Um, and then the next year, the final year of LTX, I did pay for a ticket myself, and oh yeah, I also got to meet Luke as well. Fun fact, great family event. It can be, yes. Um, I forgot to mention, back when Luke was streaming, as well as like Jake and that, Luke's girlfriend got into an accident with her car, and Luke actually needed auto parts. So uh I talked to Jake. I'm like, "I work in an auto parts store right now. Tell me what you need. Like, tell me what he needs, and I'll see what kind of a deal I can get him on the parts." And so I ended up actually getting him all the parts he needed, and he transferred me the money. I brought the parts down with my station wagon, and yeah, so I helped out Luke that way. Um, but yeah, back to the last LTX that happened. Um, I wasn't sure I was gonna go, but I did. This was actually um really just after my late girlfriend had passed away. Um, and Barnacle was at this one as well, and I got to see him there, and I told him what happened, and he gave me a big hug. Um, one of his guys from his streams and his Discord um, was keeping an eye on me while I was there, making sure I was okay. And same with like Jake, Colton, um, Luke. Um, I was truthful with them. I told them that they asked me how I was doing. I said honestly, um, not good. And they asked why, and I told them that she died. And every one of them gave me a big hug. And that was the whole crew was supportive. Yeah, it it was a it was a special LTX. And yeah, um, haven't really had. Did you meet Jay's 2 cents at all? Actually, yes. The second LTX. Um, he was there with Barnacles, and I did get to meet him. And I remember what I had asked him, because you could actually like do a meet and greet a little bit. And I don't remember what his answer was, but I had asked him because I had recently seen a video back then. Pontiac, uh, one of the decent brands, the ones that made the Trans Am back in the day. Um, was he the tall giant? Okay, I stand 6'2", and I was close to looking in his eyes, but he was a bit taller than me. Um, I will say this: Phil does not help. This was before Phil, I believe. But yeah, I'm gonna say Phil makes him look a hell of a lot taller. But yeah. So Pontiac was, yeah, since that was way back. Yeah. Um, yeah, Pontiac Trans Ams were basically a muscle car. They were the cross, the Pontiac version of they did Tech Talk back then together. Yes. Um, the Pontiac Trans Ams were basically Chevy Camaros. That was the cross platform. And because Jay, he likes his Camaros or whatever, and because Pontiac's gone, I had seen a video on these two brothers that had started a company converting newer Chevy Camaros into Trans Ams with body kits and high performance engines and that. And I remember asking him like, what was his take on it? What did he think about that project? And I cannot remember for the life of me what he had said. But I remember asking him the question. And oh yeah, I still have a picture from that same LTX of oh no, from the first LTX of me standing next to Linus. Oh my god, he is short. I hate to say it. Uh my daughter is like holding my leg, hiding her face in the picture. Yes. Um but yeah. Um yeah. So Yeah. Linus is just as short as the videos make him look. I hate to say it, yes. Yes, he is not a tall man. But I mean, how many businessmen are? But yeah, so yeah, so yeah, fast forward, um, I bought the Vector Desk Mini off him and that, and then it was funny. Um, I think it was a couple weeks later, or a few weeks later. Um, Jake messages me. It was either on text or on Discord, one of the two, asking me if I wanted a small server rack. I'm like, sure, why? So I showed up. He showed me this server rack. It's a 6U. It's meant to mount to a wall, either like vertically or like maybe a ceiling or something. I don't know, but it's a fully enclosed cabinet, vented, with like key locks and everything. This thing is actually a nice cabinet. It was painted in LMG orange. It was a company had sent it to them asking to do a collab with them, and they didn't want to, so they wanted to get rid of it. So Jake asked me if I wanted it. So I got a free server rack, which admittedly I really haven't used because at the time, like, my purpose has been like fairly big. Well, I shouldn't say big stuff, but like I need more space than a 6U for certain things. But yeah. Um the yeah, that was my that was my so network rack size pretty much. In a way, yes. Like I currently have an open chassis 7 foot tall. I think it's a oh I'm trying to think of how many U's that is. I think it's a 24U, but I really don't need that much. Like I wish I could find just like a 4 foot on wheels. I mean, I'd be happy with that, but yeah. Um but yeah, so that's been all my like LMG, like a 12 or 18, you say kinda, yeah. I don't need the 6 foot. But yeah, so that was all my tech experience back then. Oh yeah, 4 foot rack cabinets are handy. Yeah. And a lot of them are on wheels for you to like wheel them around or whatever. I actually at my current job recycling, there is one place that I used to do on the regular, especially on wheels. Yeah. There's one place that I used to do on the regular on one of my old routes. Um it's it's an electronics recycling place. So a lot of businesses, when they were done with their stuff, they just send the whole things over, like complete server racks with like servers still attached and all that. And I saw some pretty nice like 3-4 foot server racks on wheels. And these ones were like even enclosed, like they had the sides and the doors. They were really nice ones. And it just yeah, was never able to acquire any of them because I mean it's recycle. Yeah, mine is missing one side panel. Yeah, but you know what? At least that's like okay for venting. I mean, I did have actual servers in mine at one point, but admittedly they were racking up the power bill. And I mean they're old servers, so they sound like fucking jet engines. Now I've actually got a for you. You must have saw some cool stuff around here or around there. Uh, yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, I've seen some pretty interesting shit with some of the different jobs I've done. I've been a bowling alley mechanic. I've done towing. I've towed for TV and movie. Um, I've just seen some general funky shit all over the place. So, oops. Sorry, everyone. My bad. Let me bring it back. Sorry. I sorry. I hit the wrong button. Yeah. Yeah. I accidentally hit the X. I'm trying to activate different things. I'm in a world called Idle Cube. And you know what? Screw it here. Here for a moment. There. So Idle Cube basically, I got my ass parked on the couch here. I recognize the world. Yeah. You basically, it's hard to see because there's a giant glob of fucking blocks there. But you got turrets, and you got to upgrade your turrets, and I'm like all the way at the last turret, just doing whatever. But what I was doing, you have abilities that you can unlock after so much, and I was going, boop 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 boop. My laser went over right there. Close. And I was like, ah, fuck. But yeah, I'm working on getting 100 million for the Nexus. But, I mean, I'm only yeah. I might have to unify. Lots of background shit. But yes, now back to El Depresso Burby. There, just as I said, I can have my mind go off on things, but it's always going to come back to feeling like shit. Always. And it sucks. It really does. I think I'm gonna try and maybe force myself to hang with some people tonight. Even though I'm espresso depresso burb. I really wish Rex would have given me a chance and excused me. Thank you. When you gotta play when you gotta play mod by yourself. But yeah. Bonk. Yep. I know they probably won't ever talk to me again or even hang with me, but I guess that's what happens for being damaged goods. And the other person that was scared to be abandoned and then not abandoned me. I'm sorry if I scared them off. I didn't fucking mean to. I just somebody wanted to cuddle with me and spend time with me. Nobody wanted to do that for a long time. But I I think this therapy session is over for now. I I don't know if Axe is streaming tonight or not, but if he does, hugs for you. Thank you. Um, if Axe is streaming tonight, you know, tell him that depressed Green of Volley says hi. Thank you all for putting up with me and actually sticking around. I will tell him. Thank you. Maybe. Thank you, Rick. Um, maybe one of these days I'll feel better, but I don't think it'll be anytime soon. And as long as you guys will put up with me, every so often I'll at least give you guys updates. Tell the people you care for that you care about them, that you're glad that they're there. And cherish what you have. Because once it's gone, you won't know what to do. Good night, everybody.